What are the characteristics that distinguish the sign of Sagittarius? How does this representative of the zodiac behave in love and work, and what other signs does he get along with? Let's find out together. Features of the sign of Sagittarius. The sign of Sagittarius is a fixed fire sign ruled by the planet Jupiter. The reference period runs from 22 November to 21 December, and literally its name means he who throws arrows. Not surprisingly, the graphic symbol of Sagittarius is a centaur, that is a mythological being half man and half horse holding a hand and bow with arrows. Those born under this sign share a part of themselves very logical and concrete, and at the same time another characterized by a strong instinctive and irrational component, which makes them fascinating and mysterious creatures. Equipped with a great creativity, Sagittarius love to be in motion, and ideally the fire that marks their sign symbolizes the light that marks the end of autumn and leads through the darkness of winter. Those born in this sign are positive, enthusiastic, creative, expansive, and altruistic. The spirit of adventure and resourcefulness certainly do not lack to Sagittarius, who stand out for their irony but, at the same time, also for their need for solitude. Sagittarius as a zodiac sign is a true fighter, able to pursue his goals strenuously in order to achieve them, often compared to a missionary, for the sincere desire to help others, or an adventurer. He is a welcoming personality, generous and sociable. His brutal frankness sometimes makes him seem a little harsh, while his thirst for justice can make him get into trouble. The characteristics of the zodiac sign Sagittarius are: planet, Jupiter. Color, light blue. Element, fire. Day of the week, Thursday. Stone, sapphire. Reference period, 22 November to 21 December. Advantages and disadvantages of the zodiac sign Sagittarius. The Sagittarius sign is a true concentration of freedom and innovation. It always wants to discover new things. It is easily enthusiastic and firmly believes in wanting to help others. He is generous, honest, passionate, hates monotony, and has a great propensity for travel and all those territories that are still unexplored. On the other hand, it is not without its flaws, since it can often be difficult to stand next to a personality so lively and always in motion. Sometimes he promises things that he cannot keep. It may seem a little superficial and light. He easily passes from one situation to another, and in love is unfaithful. His great insight is accompanied by a certain lack of attention and, taken as he is by his zeal to discover as many new things as possible, he forgets to assess the dangers and to go into some aspects. Trapping a Sagittarius is difficult because his fiery and impetuous character leads him to demand everything at once. He is impetuous, fast, hasty, impulsive, and because of this his temperament can put in crisis the people who are next to him. If he has not yet developed a good awareness of his limits, he may be led to never settle for, to pursue a certain ideal of perfection absolutely unattainable. He has a strong and tenacious character, however he cannot accept defeats and has difficulty in receiving a no as an answer. He hates failures and sometimes shows a fragile side that contrasts with the image of himself all in one piece that he wants to show others. Features of Sagittarius in love. Sagittarius has an indomitable and adventurous character that sometimes puts the stability of his love relationships to the test. He is an open-minded partner and willing to change. He likes to experiment and is comfortable with people who come from a different context than his own. All this leads him to have varied love affairs. However, he has a great fear, or that of losing his freedom. Sagittarius, in fact, hates routine and finds it rather difficult to endure monogamy for too long. Looking for a partner who, like him, loves to travel, have fun, and always be in contact with new people. In the relational sphere, Sagittarius has a certain tendency to idealization, therefore it can happen that, with the passage of time, he loses interest in the relationship he is building. Especially during youth, then it can prove refractory to engage in a long-term relationship. However, when he finds the right person, does not hesitate to share with her all his life. Sagittarius express their emotions with warmth and expansiveness. They are good friends, although sometimes their bluntness does not make them entirely lovable. They love to spend fun evenings with friends, adapt easily to new situations, and make friends quickly. On the other hand, with people who have a more complex and introverted character, they struggle to find a harmony. In fact, they can be superficial and slightly dull. Given his wanderer and libertine temperament, he agrees with the sign of Aries, with which he shares an optimistic and energetic attitude towards the world. With Libra, Gemini, and Scorpio, on the contrary, a sign like that of Taurus or that of the Virgin will hardly be able to create a lasting relationship with Sagittarius because they are too framed and rational for him. The sign of Sagittarius in work. The zodiac sign of Sagittarius has the typical characteristics of the signs of fire. Not surprisingly, it is an impulsive, courageous, and optimistic sign. Being, however, also a moving sign, the Sagittarius, to express the best of himself at a professional level, must be left free to decide for itself every aspect of the activity. He does not like the idea of a fixed and stable job to be carried out for a long time, but loves to experiment and test himself in different fields. When he finds his vocation, however, he is able to commit himself passionately and consistently. Sagittarius give their best in professions where they must move, travel, and do new things always. On the contrary, they hardly adapt to office life and everyday routine. Thanks to their thirst for justice and educational instinct, those born under this sign could be skilled educators, missionaries, judges, or lawyers, but they also find fields of congenial in sport and artistic expression. Creative, enterprising, and always on the hunt for new things, they can become great stylists, artists, artisans, or dancers and performers. In groups, they can integrate without particular difficulties, since by nature they are expansive and fun. However, they do not tolerate injustices, therefore they struggle to not report situations that, according to them, deserve another type of treatment.